Hello, and a warm welcome back to My Contractor Tradesman business. In this video, we will be looking at an additional tool that we built, or I built for you guys, and it's the Google Business Profile tool. And the benefits, or the main benefits of the tool, is number one, to help you get the best rankings on Google in the least amount of time. So this will actually help you rank on Google by using this tool. The second benefit of the tool is that it's all done in AI. So it'll actually give you all the information that you need to put on your business profile, your Google business profile, including what categories to choose, the services, keywords, posts. It also gives you descriptions and all those sorts of things. So it's a really big benefit, especially if you've, whether your website's new or it isn't new, you have to have a Google business profile to help with your rankings. So if you don't have one, or if you haven't applied for a Google business profile, we go through that. This tool will give you all the information. And then if you do have a Google business profile already, you can actually look at your profile and then look at how we do it, and you might be able to make some improvements along the way. So let's go. So here we are on My Contractor Tradesman business members area. We will be looking for the tool that we need. So you want to go to free apps and software in the right hand bar, and then want to hit Google Business Profile Builder. Once you've done that, you'll come to this page. Let's then add a new project. And rather than do the keyword input list, we're going to upload a GBP file. And now let me talk a little bit about that. In a previous video, what I talked about was the architecture of your website and how to get the best ranking in setting up your pages based on categories, subcategories, and also your suburbs, and that'll help to increase your ranking for local search. So what I would highly recommend is, because I'm going to be uploading this GBP file based on that tool, on the SEO architecture tool, what I'd recommend is, if you haven't watched that video and how to use that tool, I'd do that first. So we'll just go and have a look at that. The tools YouTube is called Local SEO Tradesmen and Contractors Masterclass. Set up your website for top Google ranking. And it's got two parts. So this is part one, part two in that as well. So in that video, what I do is I go through the SEO website architecture tool, which I'll show you now. And in that example, we used GJ Plumbing as an example, and we came up with these categories. So it was a plumbing website. We had the main categories of block drains, hot water systems, emergency plumbing services, and then we had the subcategories of hydrojetting, CCTV diagnostics, drain snaking under block drains. We had tank installation, repair service, and emergency leak repairs under hot water systems. And then we had pipe burst repair, emergency drain cleaning, and sewer line backups here under emergency plumbing services. So that was a project. We used an example in the SEO architecture software, which I'll come back to now. As you can see here, SEO projects, GJ Plumbing. So what you can do is, if you actually use this tool, or you now choose to go back and watch those YouTube videos, and then you use this tool, what you do is you view that project, and you go to export, and then there's a file here called export GBP file. So you export that, and then what that'll give you is, once you've downloaded it to your computer, it'll come up with a file like this. It'll give you the business name, plumber. There should be a single one in there. Be a single one like that. It'll give you the categories which we've just gone over, and then the subcategories. So that's the file. So now that you've downloaded that, we can now go back to the business profile builder and we can upload that file. So that file is now uploaded, and the whole purpose of having these two files, or using that software before and putting this software together with each other, is the whole purpose of Google Business Profile is you're trying to mirror exactly on the Google Business Profile, you're trying to mirror exactly what's on your website, including the categories and the subcategories and the keywords. So we'll now let that run. That'll take a few minutes, so we'll wait for that run to run, and then we'll come back. Okay, so that's now completed, and as you can see here, we've got the content that's been generated. We've got your business name, service type, which is plumber, and then professional plumbing services for your description. We then move on to categories. Now, categories in Google Business Profile, they give you set categories, and you've got to choose which ones you choose. So in this case, what we've done is we've mapped the best categories based on the file that was uploaded, our text file, and that's given us drain cleaning service, water heater installation and repair, and plumber. Now these are the other categories that Google offer, and you can choose those as well when you actually set up your Google Business Profile. We've then got services. So these were the 9 services under each of those, under our categories. If we go back to our text file, as you can see here, our main categories were these 3. And then we had 9 subcategories, which we've now made services in our software. And what you do for this is in the services section of Google Business Profile, you add each of those. Like I said, you've got 9 here, and that gives you descriptions. I'd separate these up into smaller paragraphs for each of these, and then if you'd like to edit them, you can edit them, or you can just paste them straight in, whichever you'd like. It also gives you the Q&As. So we've got 3 Q&As, but the great thing about the tool is, let's say that that's not enough Q&As. You can actually add more Q&As here. You can manually put in your Q&As, and then you add them, and that'll spit out basically your answers. Or you can generate Q&As through AI, number of Q&As you want, and then that'll generate the Q&As. And then you've got your blog posts. So here we've got 9 posts, and they give you the amount of words, the name of each blog post. So what you do is you grab all this content, and what you do to do that is you export to Excel. That'll download it, and then we'll open that now. And as you can see here, we'll just move that across. So that's given you your business keyword, business name, hasn't given you the date created, which, oh, there we go, move that across. What did we do there? So move that, that gives you the date, your business description, your 3 categories as discussed, your other suggested categories. These are your 9 services, and then your descriptions. Gives you the questions and answers, and then your blog posts, the title of the blog post, the content, and it also gives you the related service to those blog posts. So what you can do is then copy all this information into your Google Business Profile. So we'll just have a quick look at that now, and we've got a different profile here, but it gives you the main idea is you edit your main profile here. You can upload your own photos. The posts go here. add your services here and add your Q&A there. So that's the main way of doing it if you're doing an upload GBP file. Now, if you've already got a website, it's been built for a while and you don't want to do the whole upload the GBP file, you can do it manually. So we'll do one of those now. So we'll just go something like HM, let's go HM Carpentry. And we're going to say it's a carpenter. Oops, got that around the wrong way. Let's cut that and put that in there. And we'll put carpenter in here. And we will now manually run the tool. And again, that's going to take a couple of minutes, so we'll let that run and then we'll come back. All right, so that's now finished. And as you can see here, we've got the business name, service type is carpenter. We've got a pretty reasonable description. You've then got the categories. Once again, clients categories mapped to Google, which carpenter, cabinet making, furniture making. Now, you don't have to use all these. So basically, depending on what sort of carpentry you're doing, of course, cabinet making is different. Then we've got the other categories that Google offers: general contractor, home improvement, remodeling, interior design, contractor, all related categories that you can also use. Services here, the software has given us 10 services. So again, use which of these services you would like and or not like, add them to your Google business profile. Again, you can actually add more here. So if there's services here that haven't been added that you actually provide, you can then actually whack it in there and that'll generate those services for you. Q&As, similar again, got quite a number of Q&As there. There's 10. Again, similar to the text file where you've added the text file, you can manually input it, AI generate it, as many as you like. And then it's also given you 10 blog posts, same again. So once again, you can export this to Excel and then you can add all this information to your Google business profile. That's pretty easy to set up. You just go put in Google business profile, start the process, give some details, address, phone numbers. You might have to do a verification step. And then you can add all this information after that and get your Google business profile up and running and do it as quickly as possible. So that's the Google business profile tool. I hope you have enjoyed the video and I hope you got a lot out of it, and I hope you'll get good use out of the tool. Remember, all the tools are in the free membership area. So that's all in the description. And of course, if you like this video, subscribe. That'd be great and beneficial to the channel. And as usual, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.